As a network administrator, you may want to connect to and run commands on a remote computer to troubleshoot network problems. The Telnet and Secure Shell, or SSH commands, allow you to troubleshoot network problems using your own desktop computer on the network. You can use multiple Telnet or SSH windows to access multiple devices at a time on the network. You can also use the Telnet or SSH Cisco IOS exec commands to access routers and switches in a network. Alternatively, you can use both a Telnet or SSH client on your desktop computer and the Telnet or SSH Cisco IOS exec commands to access multiple devices at a time. When using the Telnet or SSH Cisco IOS exec commands, these commands act as a Telnet or SSH client respectively. Sometimes you may wish to connect to multiple devices on the network and switch between connections. The suspend feature of the Cisco IOS, Telnet, and SSH commands provides you the ability to create many concurrent connections and allows easy switching between the connections. The suspend feature keeps a Telnet or SSH connection active when you create another Telnet or SSH connection. Look at the example here to understand the suspend feature in detail. In this example, the administrator uses the desktop computer, PC1, to Telnet into the central router and connects to Central's command line interface, or CLI. After being connected to the Central CLI, the administrator telnets the router A and gets connected to it. Then, the administrator suspends the telnet session. To suspend a session, press Control-Shift-6 and then press the letter X using the keyboard. After suspending the telnet session, the administrator telnets to router B and again suspends the connection. At the end of this process, the administrator is concurrently telnetted into all the three routers and can switch between the connections. Now look at the example that demonstrates telnet suspensions. The administrator gets the central command prompt using the telnet window from the host PC1. From the central command prompt, the administrator telnets into router A and after getting connected, suspends the telnet connection. Similarly, the administrator also telnets into router B and again, after getting connected, suspends the telnet connection. Once a connection is suspended, we can resume it by using the resume command. However, the resume command uses the connection ID as a parameter. To get the connection ID of a connection, use the show sessions command. The show sessions command lists connection IDs. However, you can use the resume command without a connection ID. In this case, the most recent or the last suspended connection will be resumed. You can also use just the session number or connection ID as a command to resume a session. For example, you can just type 1 instead of typing resume 1 to resume connection 1. We can view all the users logged into a router by using the show users command. This command lists users of all sessions, including console users, and users connected through Telnet and SSH. In case we want to view all the users logged into a router using only SSH, we can use the show SSH command.